All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Picture Pool Video Part 2, Complex Player Movement. We're going to put in dynamic movement today. It's going to be awesome, but it requires a timer. Okay, so I got to go back to my designer, and I have to put another clock in, sensors, clock, and I'll call this guy clock move sprite. Move, how about main sprite? Okay. Okay, back into code. We need a couple variables to handle this. First of all, we have to go to screen initialize, and we got to turn my clock on. Here it is. So we're going to go down here near clock, move main sprite, set enabled, and we need to also set the time interval. Okay. Set time interval and set enabled. Set enabled is going to be set to true. Time interval, we're going to math, and we're going to get a very fast time interval here. What is a fast time interval? Should I put in 1,000 there? Ryan, should I put in 1,000? Is 1,000 quick? No, 1,000 is 1 second. 1,001. Is that fast? No. Is 500 fast? Faster than 1,000, right? But it's not that fast. Okay. So I'm going to put in a very fast time here, like 50. How many times does 50 go into 1,000? 20. Okay. So, like if I would move this to 10, then this would happen 100 times every second. Are you with me on that? That's really fast. 1,001, that just happened 100 times. Okay? So I'm going to make this like 50. 50 frames per second. Now, I'm coming down here to my timer, to my complex movement. Okay, I need a variable. I need 2 variables in here. This variable is going to be called left button pressed. That's going to be false. It's going to be true or false. Did you press that button? True or false? Who's with me on this? Daniel, are you getting this? This right over here is going to be right button pressed. And that's going to go to false. Okay? Now, what happens when you hit that complex left and right button? What are you going to make that true or false be? So if I click on my complex right and I click on my complex left, what happens to these variables right here? Did the button get pressed? And did the button get pressed if I click on them? Yeah, and what should this change to? True. So you're going to go down here to your variable. And if this button gets pressed, then your right, which one is that? Well, let's put these on the right sides. Okay. Then right button pressed is equal to true. Left button pressed is equal to true. Okay. And now what we do is we go into our timer, clock, move main sprite timer, and we do an if statement. Oh, by the way, we should probably do this also. Take the left one, put it over there. Take the right one, put it over there. So that when you click on the left, the right one is false, right? And when you click on the right, the left one is false. Are you with me on that? Switch them. Who understands what I just did there? If you click right, the left should be false. And if you click left, the right should be false. Okay? Does that make sense? Is that too hard to understand, or is that okay? Is that good, Selena? Pretty simple. If you clicked left, you didn't click right. And if you clicked right, you didn't click left. You with me? So just reverse what that one was. Okay? So now you come in here and do an if, else if. Okay? And I'm going to go to my variable. I guess it's logic. So if left button pressed equals true, then move your player. Okay, how did I move my player? Right here. And how did I move my player? Right here. So I can go up and grab what I have up there. Okay. Going left, is that subtraction or addition? Anybody know? Left is subtracting x or adding x? Kim? Subtraction. Very good. Okay. So going left, I'm subtracting. And I'll be honest with you, you probably don't want to do 10. Because the timer's going so fast, you probably want to make this like 2 or 5 or something like that. I want you to play with this number right here. 2, 5, 1. You're going to have to play with this. This might be 5. It might go to 1. I don't know. Okay? And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say if the right button's pressed, if right button, then we'll add 5. And I'm gonna go down in the pixels because the timer's going to be going so fast that it's going to move that 5. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You with me? Okay, so this may want to go to like 1. Okay, you may want, because how many times are we going to add 1 in a second? 20 times. So in 1 second, 1001, you're going to move 20 pixels. So, you know, you can speed this up by going to 2 pixels per second. Are you with me? You guys with me on that? You're going to have to play with this and see if it works. All right? That's complex player movement. And I think we'll still have wrapping in there, right? So if you get to the edge, it should wrap. All right, let's go ahead and run it, see how it works. All right, so in order to get your simple movement to work, you're going to have to put in these you're gonna have to put in that the left button and the right button are pressed as false. If not, that will continue to override this simple movement. So when I start clicking simple left and simple right, make sure that these complex right buttons both go to false, so that you're no longer pressing those, or it thinks you're pressing those buttons, okay? So don't forget to put that in there. And that wraps up this video on complex movement. Keep calm, code on, and we'll look at that code one more time. Basically, all you're doing is setting these to true and false, whichever button you pressed. And then down here, you're running a timer. The timer quickly runs through here and will constantly move the bird 10 pixels, or 5, or whatever you want. Okay, you can adjust the speed here, how fast the sprite moves, by doing two things. Number one, you can adjust the time interval of the timer, move it down to 10, and then it's going to fire quicker. And then when it fires quicker, it's going to move it quicker. Does that make sense? Or you can change these, how much you move every tick of time. So if I would move this like 20, it's going to move faster because it's going to go 20 faster. So I'm going 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, right? Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay? So play with these numbers, play with your time interval of your clock, and play with these pixels movements here, and just work it until you like the speed of it. You with me? Trial and error, play it, see if it works, trial and error, test it, see if it works. All right? And that's it. Keep calm, code on.